Have you ever walked into a crowded room and felt like a ghost? It's that heavy feeling where you walk in, but nobody looks up. No one smiles. You just stand there, maybe checking your phone to look busy, while that little voice in your head says you don't belong. Honestly, I've been there more times than I'd like to admit. Or maybe you're on the other side of the coin. You get nervous, so you talk way too fast. You laugh a bit too loud. Then you spend the whole night replaying every awkward thing you said while staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. Does that sound like you? If it does, I want you to know you aren't alone. Welcome to Elite Summaries. We dive deep into the ideas that actually change lives. Today, we are breaking down the ultimate blueprint for social intelligence. This isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about becoming magnetic, confident, and genuinely influential. Stick with me, because we aren't just looking at theories today. We're looking at real, actionable steps to transform how you show up in the world. Most people think being successful is just about being smart or working hard. But that's not the whole story. The people who really get ahead, the ones who land the best jobs and build the deepest friendships, have something else. It's social intelligence. They know how to make people feel seen. They speak with a quiet confidence that makes everyone else lean in to listen. And here is the best part. They weren't born that way. They learned it. And you can learn it too. This isn't about faking a smile or tricking people. It's about finding the most authentic version of yourself. It's about letting go of that fear of judgment that has been holding you back for years. We're going to learn how to read people like a book. We're going to master first impressions. We will even learn how to handle criticism without feeling like we're falling apart inside. If you stay through this whole journey, you won't just learn new skills. You will actually start to feel different. You will walk differently. You will talk differently. Because knowledge without action is just entertainment. And we are here for transformation. Let's start with the foundation. Before you can win anyone else over, you have to win yourself over. Social intelligence actually starts at home. It starts with the relationship you have with yourself. Think about it. Have you ever been around someone who was clearly terrified? They were second-guessing every word. You could feel their anxiety, couldn't you? It's almost like it's contagious. That's because people sense your energy before they even process your sentences. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Now, don't get me wrong. Confidence isn't about being loud. It's not about puffing out your chest like a movie character. Real confidence is much quieter. It's a calm certainty. It's knowing your value so deeply that you don't feel the need to prove it to anyone. It shows up in your posture. It's in your warm, steady tone of voice. It's in the way you look someone in the eye without looking away. But how do you build it if you don't have it? You build it brick by brick. You can't just sit on the sidelines and wait until you feel ready. That perfect moment of readiness is a lie your fear tells you to keep you stuck. You have to take action first. Even a tiny step forward is proof to your brain that you can do it. Real belief comes from actual proof, not just repeating affirmations in a mirror. Start with the basics. Take care of your body. Stand tall when you walk into a room, even if your knees are shaking. Speak clearly, even if your voice is a little shaky. And here's a big one. Keep the promises you make to yourself. If you say you're going to wake up early, do it. If you say you're going to finish a project, finish it. Every time you follow through, you send a message to your brain. I can trust myself. That inner trust is the bedrock of everything. And remember, fear is a muscle. The more you lean into it, the weaker it gets. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. Even the most charismatic people get nervous. The difference is they move forward anyway. Can you imagine walking into a job interview or a first date and feeling at ease? Not because the fear is gone, but because you know you can handle whatever happens. Once you have that inner strength, you can start looking outward. To really connect with people, you have to understand them. I mean, really understand them. Most people are so focused on themselves that they miss all the signals other people are sending. Every person you meet is constantly communicating, even when they aren't speaking. If you learn to read those signals, it's like having a secret language. Think of it like a chess game. Most people only think about their own next move, but the person who sees the whole board has the advantage. When people feel understood, they automatically feel a bond with you. It's a reflex. Have you ever had someone truly listen to you? Not just waiting for their turn to talk, but actually hearing you. You probably felt a wave of warmth toward them. You can give that gift to everyone you meet. The first step is to observe more than you speak. Next time you're in a conversation, just pause. Watch how the other person's body shifts. Do their shoulders tense up when you mention work? Do their eyes light up when they talk about their kids? These are the real clues. Body language is a window into their world. A clenched jaw might mean frustration. A real smile always reaches the eyes. But understanding goes deeper than just the surface. It's about feeling the emotions beneath the words. When someone complains, they might actually be feeling scared or undervalued. When someone brags, they might be hiding an insecurity. Ask gentle, open questions, and then actually listen without interrupting. Don't plan your response while they are still talking. Just be there with them. People are craving to be seen and heard. When you give them that, you create an instant bond. Do you catch yourself just waiting for your turn to speak? Try to use empathy instead. Try to see the world through their eyes, even for a second. You don't have to agree with them, but if a coworker is rude, think about the stress they might be carrying. Maybe they are overwhelmed at home. That understanding lets you respond with grace instead of anger. Now, let's talk about first impressions. You've heard that you never get a second chance to make one, and it's true. People form an opinion about you in less than 7 seconds. Before you even say hello, they are deciding if you are trustworthy and confident. It sounds crazy, right? But the good news is you can control that moment. You can design your first impression intentionally. A great first impression isn't about being perfect. It's about presence. It's about being fully in the moment. Most people walk into a room thinking about their phones or their to-do lists. You can stand out just by being present. Stand tall, shoulders back. Move with a calm, unhurried confidence. It sends a signal that you are worth paying attention to. And yes, appearance matters. You don't need designer clothes. You just need to show that you respect yourself. Clean clothes and good grooming speak for you before you open your mouth. When you interact, start with a real smile, not a forced one. Give steady, warm eye contact. It shows the other person that they actually matter to you. Here is a simple trick that feels like magic. Use people's names. When you meet someone, say their name back to them. "It's great to meet you, Sarah." It makes the interaction feel personal. People love the sound of their own name. It's the sweetest sound in any language. Also, watch your energy. People feel your vibe before they hear your words. If you carry stress, they will sense it. But if you bring warmth and openness, that becomes contagious. Before a big meeting, take 30 seconds to breathe. Choose the energy you want to bring. Remember, a first impression isn't really about you. It's about how you make the other person feel. If they walk away feeling good about themselves, you've already won. Ask questions. Show curiosity. Don't worry if you stumble over a word. Perfection isn't the goal. Sincerity is. When you are genuine, people are very forgiving. Once you've made that connection, how do you speak so people actually listen? We were taught grammar in school, but no one taught us how to make our words matter. Speaking is about creating an experience. Most people listen just to respond. They aren't trying to understand. If you want your words to land, you have to be intentional. Start with clarity. Stop using big words just to sound smart. The most powerful speakers in history used simple language. They were direct and emotional. People remember what they can understand and feel. So, speak plainly, but with power. Your tone is just as important. It's the soundtrack to your words. If your voice is flat, no one will care. But if you speak with natural warmth and energy, you bring your words to life. And watch your pacing. When we get nervous, we tend to talk way too fast. It creates stress for the listener. Slow down. Breathe. And here is a real secret. Use pauses. Strategic silence gives your words room to breathe. It creates rhythm and anticipation. It gives the audience time to actually feel what you just said. The most powerful tool you have is storytelling. Facts inform, but stories transform. When you tell a story, you invite someone into an experience. You create emotion, and emotion is what drives connection. If you want to inspire someone, tell them a story that makes them feel why it matters. A good story has a simple arc. Start with the struggle, then show the journey and the lessons learned. Finally, show the transformation. People relate to this because it mirrors their own lives. And be specific. Don't just say you had a tough experience. Describe sitting in your car at midnight, wondering what to do. Specificity creates pictures in the listener's mind. But remember, speaking isn't a monologue. Pay attention to how the other person is reacting. Are they leaning in, or are they looking away? Adjust in real time. The best speakers are actually exceptional listeners. When you truly listen, your responses become more meaningful. How often do you truly listen without planning what to say next? Be honest. Most of us are checking our phones or thinking about our grocery lists. But real listening is rare, and that's why it's a superpower. When you listen with purpose, you become someone people trust and respect. You give them your undivided presence. People don't remember every word you say, but they always remember how you made them feel. If you make them feel heard, you are unforgettable. Purposeful listening is active. You are reading the emotions underneath the words. You are noticing the hesitation in their voice. You are seeing the little sigh they tried to hide. The first step is simple. Stop interrupting. It's hard, I know. But when you cut someone off, you send a message that your thoughts are more important than theirs. Practice silence. Let them finish. Sometimes if you just wait, they will share something even deeper. Ask open-ended questions. Instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" ask, "What was the highlight of your day?" These questions create a safe space for honesty. When you listen like this, people will tell you things they didn't even plan to share. They will open up because you created a container of trust. Your body language should show you are listening too. Lean in slightly. Maintain warm eye contact. Nod to show you are tracking with them. But don't fake it. People can sense when you aren't being real. And listen to what they don't say. Sometimes the silence is the most important part of the story. This kind of listening can even stop a fight. When people feel heard, they stop being so defensive. You don't have to agree with them. Just saying, "I can see why you feel that way," can lower the temperature of the whole room. In a world that is getting louder and more distracted, being a good listener makes you stand out. Your body language is having a conversation long before you open your mouth. People are constantly reading how you stand and how you move. You can project authority without ever raising your voice. And your posture doesn't just change how others see you. It changes how you feel inside. If you slump, you will start to feel small. But if you stand tall, you will feel more capable. Your body and mind are connected. It's called embodied cognition. If you move like someone who is in control, your nervous system will actually start to calm down. When you're talking, keep your hands relaxed. Don't fidget or pick at your nails. Open palms signal honesty. And watch how you move through space. Don't scurry or rush. Move like you have a destination and you aren't worried about getting there. A genuine smile and steady eye contact build a bridge of trust. Another great trick is mirroring. Subtly reflect the other person's posture or speaking pace. It creates a subconscious feeling of being in sync. But it has to be natural. If you overdo it, it gets weird fast. The goal is to make sure your outside matches your inside. Stand tall because you actually believe in yourself. Have you ever met someone and felt like you'd known them for years? That's rapport. It's not just luck, it's a skill. Rapport is the foundation of influence. Without it, even your best ideas won't land. But when you have it, doors start to open. It starts with genuine interest. People have a radar for fakeness. If you want someone to connect with you, you have to genuinely care about them as a human being. Find common ground. It could be a shared hobby or growing up in the same kind of town. These small things become invisible bridges. And remember the golden rule. Be interested, not interesting. Don't spend the whole time talking about your own wins. Make the other person the star of the conversation. When they feel important, They will walk away feeling great about you. Follow through on your promises, too. If you say you'll send an article, send it. Reliability builds trust faster than anything else. Rapport isn't a one-time thing. It's a living thing that grows every time you show real interest. No matter how kind you are, someone will eventually criticize you. It's a guarantee. The difference between people who thrive and people who get stuck is how they respond. Anyone can be charming when they are getting compliments. The real test is when the heat is on. Don't take it personally right away. Most criticism is actually about the other person's stress or insecurities. Pause before you react. Separate the message from the emotion. Even a harsh comment might have a kernel of truth that can help you grow. Ask yourself if there is even 1% of truth in what they said. If there is, take it and learn. If not, let it go. When you respond, keep your tone calm. Phrases like, "I can see where you're coming from," can disarm a situation instantly. They don't mean you agree. They just show you are open to a conversation, not a fight. Ask questions like, "Can you help me understand what you mean?" It shifts the energy from blame to problem solving. Conflict can actually make a relationship stronger if you handle it right. Shift the focus from me versus you to us versus the problem. Use empathy. Acknowledge the underlying emotion, like frustration or fear. If someone is being truly toxic, the best move is to walk away. You don't have to win every battle. True influence isn't about manipulation. Manipulation is about tricking people. Influence is about inspiring them toward something good. It flows from who you are and the trust you've built. The foundation of influence is credibility. If people don't trust you, nothing you say will matter. Trust grows through consistent action. Do what you say you will do. Choose honesty, even when it's inconvenient. Understand others before you try to persuade them. When someone feels understood, they are much more open to your ideas. Lead by example. Actions inspire more than words ever will. If you want others to be honest, be relentlessly honest yourself. Use hopeful language. Paint a picture of what's possible. When people feel hope, they are much more likely to take action. Networking shouldn't feel fake. It's not about collecting business cards. It's about building a circle of people who respect you and want to see you win. Stop thinking about what you can get. Start thinking about what you can give. True leaders walk into a room thinking, "How can I add value to this person's life?" Be curious. Ask about their dreams and challenges. When you help others without expecting anything back, they naturally want to help you too. It's wired into human nature. Be selective with your energy. Not every relationship deserves your time. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. And follow up. A quick message after a meeting keeps the connection alive. Consistency is the key to the long game. In a world of filters and fake images, authenticity stands out. Being real makes you magnetic. It starts with self-acceptance. You can't be real with others if you are at war with yourself. Own your strengths and your weaknesses without shame. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Sharing your struggles makes you relatable. People feel closer to someone who is human and imperfect. Set boundaries too. Knowing your limits and communicating them is one of the most authentic things you can do. Finally, learn to stay calm under pressure. When things go wrong, people watch how you react. That calmness is magnetic. It inspires confidence in everyone around you. The first step is to pause. Don't act on impulse. Take 3 deep breaths. It tells your nervous system that you are safe. Gain perspective. Ask yourself if this will matter in 5 years. Focus on what you can control. Release the rest. Your reputation is built in these hard moments. It's the story people tell about you when you aren't in the room. Build a reputation for consistency and kindness. Keep your word, especially on the small things. Own your mistakes. People respect accountability more than perfection. Lead with influence, not just authority. A leader inspires people to give their best effort even when no one is looking. Becoming the person everyone wants to know isn't about being impressive. It's about being impactful. It's about leaving people better than you found them. Focus on the quality of your connections, not just the quantity. This is just the beginning of your journey. Social intelligence is a practice you refine every single day. You will stumble. That's okay. Every mistake is a lesson. Go out and take one brave action today. Ask a real question. Stand a little taller. You have everything you need inside you already. It's time to step forward and let the world meet the real you.